studio.
I watched them when they first came. The first movie they mass produced, which was Spring Breakers.
Was it really?
With James Franco.
Are you serious?
He played a version of Riff Raff.
Literally.
Yeah. It was really cool. Yeah, man, I love that fucking guy.
He's glowed up.
You seen his fucking podcast with Thea Vaughn?
No. I can't even imagine those two personalities.
They're the same dude sitting in front of each other. It's so fucking hilarious.
He's the cranberry chupacabra or whatever he's saying. Bro, he's the realest. He'd be like, I got the Donnie Blue Dolphins and I'm running like Rick Marvin. He'd just be like saying the craziest references.
My main goal is to blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
Oh my god, dude. Theo Von, man, this is what happens every time. I gotta stand on points, otherwise I get trailed.
Yeah.
Theo Von's train of thought is one of the most unique.
It's
like
pure.
Crosses.
It's pure.
Dude, he intakes information and puts the visual scenario into straight words. And I feel that because everything in life ends up being a sitcom to me. Trust me, as a gas station clerk, I'd be like,
oh, dude, yeah, you're living the life of Clerks.
Literally am.
Which Clerks 3 just came out. You should go see it.
Oh yeah, my girl's unbelievable Kevin Smith fan.
He's
like
great.
she made me appreciate Kevin Smith a whole lot more.
As a filmmaker, dude, he's like one of the best. Like, take away, like, a lot of people look at him as comedic. Take away the comedic aspects of it. Go watch Chasing Amy.
Go watch
Chasing Amy.
Say that to my girl. Say that to my girlfriend. She has broken that. We've watched scenes from that movie, the dinner table scene, and like Kevin Smith with the cigarette, and he's like explaining. What is he explaining at the dinner table? I can't remember. But he's like holding his cigarette a certain way, and I've been fascinated with it by the way he articulates. My girl like showed me that stuff, and it's one of those things, and it was like I appreciated him before, but it was after that I was like, man, I need to go back and watch Red State. I'm like, how's Red State anything?
Dogma.
Dude, Dogma, all that shit. Like it has its comedic stuff, but like I'm like. Go watch Tusk. Go watch Tusk.
There's a hit to it, not unlike most comedies, man. It's like watching Quentin Tarantino. It's like, yeah, there's comedic factors, but it's a hitter, bro.
It's just a cut above. You know,
storytelling, man.
It's the writing aspect of it.
Dude, talking about watching movies with your girlfriend, dude, my girlfriend just showed me The Notebook. And, bro, I thought that shit was a chick flick, bro. I had no idea. Bro, I watched that, and same thing. I watch movies, man, and I get 30 minutes in, and I'm like, all right, yeah, so this is gonna happen, this is gonna happen. I know, I see it, I'm here.
It's a curse. It's a curse once you become that invested.
I literally told my girlfriend like halfway through it, I'm like, babe, I know exactly how this is gonna end. All right, brother, I'm gonna chime us in. I'm gonna do it again.
Do the thing,
and then we'll be off. Do a little stretch.
Yep.
Get your bearings.
Yep. Get it.
Oh, cranked my neck while I did that.
Okay.
All right, and 3, 2. You talking to me, I'm talking to you, and this is Talking to Me, Talking to You, and I am joined by my good friend Alex Irish.
What's up, y'all?
What's up, bro? Thanks for coming back out, bro.
Man, I appreciate it, seriously.
Dude,
100%.
It's good getting you here, man. I see you actually more often than most, you know.
Yep, working in town. Last time I was on here, I said I was unemployed.
You're always in town, and then, you're
I literally was, yeah.
You're unemployed employed. You're no longer a full-time rapper anymore.
Oh, you want to know what's a fun
Back
fact?
To part-time.
Fun fact about yesterday, because this is how crazy everything it feels like in my life goes. So I got parted ways with that job literally like a couple days before I got on the podcast. Losing my job that time, I guess, like riveted me real bad. It was. It put me in a funk, of course. And then, obviously I had some other life changes with my friend and all that.
Which R.I.P. to your bud, man.
Yeah, definitely R.I.P. to my brother Ricky. And all that stuff. So, got into a funk, of course, but got myself together when we found out we was having the baby, and was like, all right, yeah, but no more playing.
Which how's the baby, man?
Pristine. I have picturesque. Yeah,
I'm sure you're taking plenty of pictures.
Oh yeah, quite literally that too. It's as good as it can go. But so I got the job at the gas station. I've worked gas stations my whole life. I don't know how anybody can be good at a gas station, but I consider myself good. It's funny as hell. I get weird tips and all that, but either way, it's cool because it keeps me social and I get, forces me out of my funk. And I like it in this little town because it's not the city.
I walk up and down these streets all the time, dude, and I love walking all the way up to the little gas station, walking in, boom, you're working.
Literally.
We'll just bullshit.
It's good. Oh, no, it's the coolest vibe. I was like, this is going to be great. Like when I'm seeing people in town. And I think it's a testament to how much outwardly I've been able to change, but like actually stay like really towards the better changes and all that stuff. Because everybody talks about making positive improvements. Everybody, we all want to.
Yeah, for sure.
But
it's about the dedication to work towards it. Yeah.
Yep. And it's one of those things. I could have sworn I was doing all that beforehand. Could have sworn I was, like health minded. Could have sworn I was 100% dad. Could have sworn I was 100% boyfriend. And after the job loss, and then in March, Ricky getting killed, I literally have the statistics. You can see on my SoundCloud and every other thing that has an analytics. You can see March. You can see it literally, and it skyrockets.
Wow!
Because as soon as he died, I cried about it for 2 days, dude. And in the first time in my life, I sucked all of it in, compartmentalized, and made 28 songs in a month.
Whoa!
And put all of those out. So I made those 2 albums right there, and I have some of my most important songs, including choosing to let this build me, which is a song about my friend and all that. And it's like that moment, that song will always be important for me, from the title and everything, because that was it. That was the moment that I put my entire life of weight behind me. I'm telling you, after he died, my entire life away, and everything that has ever happened to me, I let that shit go for the weight of it. Found that I got a baby and all this stuff, so that was like one of those. There's no time to be sunk in a pit and all this. I have shit to do.
Like you said, making those decisions to do progressive, better things. Do you think working on that and then that hitting you? Do you think that helped?
It did, and I'm gonna try to loosely. Without getting real spiritual, because I could get on a tangent about how universally weird my life has been at this point. Like on some like if you read it in a book, you would be like, you'd be like, what the fuck? Like,
that's
I know
crazy. Exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it happens to a lot of people if you pay attention.
Yes,
but
artists notice it the most.
100%. So it's one of those things. So the day before my friend died, I was with my other best friend, Paul, who's an often collaborator with me. We do the clothes together, all that. Ricky was the first person who ever told me I was good. He was the first person who was like, bro, you need to do something. This was long time ago. We grew up on the same street and all that shit. And the day before Ricky died, he wasn't texting me back. And my dude had, he had fun. So it wasn't like uncommon for him to, not text me back for like a little bit. But I made one of the wildest statements that I've ever made in my life. And it just resonates with me. And I was riding in the car, and we were going to William H. Lake, and we were going to go walk the trails that day just for the hell of it. And we got out to the woods, and my friend Paul just starts walking out in the woods, and I was telling him something, and I was like, man, this motherfucker better text me back, you know what I'm saying? I was like, man, it'd be crazy if I lost him or you. I said that. Tupac's like, man, it'd be crazy if I lost one of my best friends. Said that. And it was like, I just got cold to it right there.
Yeah,
but
like it manifested almost.
We went out, and we got lost in the woods, and we went so far back. It was so weird because I've been all over those woods, and we went so far back into the woods that we hit a private property, like a no trespassing thing, and it was like weird. And I have pictures from that day. We found this little animal like skeleton, and like Paul rearranged it in this weird like thing, and I just took like a cool picture of it. And like we were sitting in the woods, it was getting dark, and we were like, shit, we got like 2 hours to walk back, bro. We gotta get back. And we were just like feeling weird. And I told him out there, I was like, yeah, bro. I was like, you know how you be in the woods, you feel like somebody's watching you? I was like, I feel completely alone. And he was like, yeah. And he holds his knife up, and a fly lands on it, bro. And he goes, whew, and it doesn't fucking fly away. And he was like, whew.
Whoa.
And it doesn't fly away. He's like, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Dude, flies are a very strange insect, dude. I've had experience with flies. I got a story for you.
That fly moment changed. I can't speak for Paul, okay, but I would say by his reaction that it changed him spiritually, because He's listened to me talk about ghosts and all this other shit. He's seen so much crazy shit with me where I'm like, see, that's the shit I'm talking about. How crazy is that? Seen so much, but he's always a skeptic, man. He's never just fallen into it. And when I texted him that next day, I was like, bro, Ricky's dead.
Dude, that's
he was like, bro, he was like, I am so fucked up. He was like, that shit with the fly has weirded me out.
That's such a crazy coincidence, man.
Crazy.
Like, and I got a story about a fly too. This is so weird. It was a lot less meaningful and spiritually. Like, so I had this fly. It just kept landing on my knee, and I would just like shoot it away. You know, fucking fly, shoot it away. It just kept doing that though, and coming back to the same spot until one like the fourth time, I'm like, all right, man. You know, I guess we're chilling. So I just let the fly chill there, and then like. I put my hand up. I'm like, well, if you want to chill, like, come chill, like, up on, like, my arm. And then it went zzz and landed on my hand.
It's like, what does it mean?
I'm like, bro, your name is Jeff. You're my new fly pet.
You and I, buddy.
I know you only got about 24 hours, man, but we're going to enjoy these next 3 hours.
We got a lot to do, man.
Yeah. And, dude, but it's just so weird. Like, because insects, man, they're so small and, like, you know, they don't have, their instincts don't lead to much, you know. They have very, like very narrow lives of what they do in their lifespan because I mean these bugs live for what, a couple days, if that, you know. And so it was just such a crazy coincidence to like, and I like asked him, I like, come up here, bud, and he listened. He listened. I was like, what the fuck is this fly?
Makes no sense.
The most intelligent fly in the world out of all these 17 billion flies.
Like, how do you know you're not the guy that like discovered this one?
The fly whisperer. But dude, you were talking about these the circles of life and stuff, and we were talking about my the art right here that my brother's girlfriend did, and dude, I got a gift for you.
Oh my god!
I got a gift for you. Look at this thing. Oh. Yeah, you see that? So I'm gonna show it to the camera. So if you guys watched the last episode of me and Alex here, we watched a video called "Remote" by Alex, and that shit right there is the exact shapes and formations and style that was that video. And my brother's girlfriend's never met him, never seen him, never knew about him. I just found that in the house, was like, this looks just like my boy's art.
This is crazy.
Yeah, so I'm giving that to you, man.
So pure. Thank you to her. Absolutely,
dude. I thought of you instantly, bro. I'm like, this is perfect.
Absolutely.
So I think she signed the back and everything.
I mean,
too.
Heck, man, it's just it's so cool, so cool.
Yeah,
so cool.
It's pure, dude. It's
pure.
Like that pure like circle of life shit that we're talking about, man. These coincidental run-ins, you know. And like you said, only certain I feel like only certain people notice that. Like if I wouldn't have put myself in this line of meeting people and talking to people like you, I would never seen that. You know?
It's crazy.
I never noticed that.
Yep.
So it's cool. And so you talked about your new album, man. And what was it called again? I couldn't want less friends.
Yep.
So you just did another album recently, didn't you? Like within last year.
This year, of course, I put the post up on Facebook.
I mean, you make a lot of songs. You are probably the hardest working, spitting out the most
appreciated, bro. I'm
craft in anybody that I know.
I certainly appreciate.
Besides myself, I mean, literally, I'm second to you.
No. We just same world, different chairs, bro.
Yeah.
It's one of those things because I you know, like, not to, you know, like brown nose I get, but like I say the same thing about you guys.
Yeah.
I think the same thing about you guys because it is something that anybody, you know, acting like ethic isn't one of the most impressive parts of artistry.
Yeah.
You know, people can put out something, but like when you put out quality stuff, when I see the photos that you guys take, like at almost every night, but like it's, you know, at least post every week. And
we're weekly, man. We pop something out at least once a week.
It's one of those things, and that ethic is 100% one of the things that really came after Ricky died, because I had ideas for albums, I had songs, I had ideas for the clothes. All of that got executed in the 6 months after he died because it was over. It was, you know, no more. I text Paul, I was like, this is done. We are not pissing and moaning and doing nothing else but this. You know, the babies put us on a little bit of a back pedal now.
Yeah, for sure.
But, you know, I'm one of those people that I hear so much about people with kids and, and all this stuff and how you can't, achieve your dream with kids or this or that and all that. And all that's crap. That's fucking bullshit.
Yeah.
That's a joke. I wake up every day. I wrote half my album in the hospital room, made the video in the hospital room, and
made two videos.
Made two
videos.
Literally made 2 videos.
While her baby's being born. I mean, talk about work ethic. He's preaching on us.
Just trying to get it through.
I gotta be in my office to write a movie.
Wow. Oh man.
Hey man, whew, the phone's a blessing, dude. This really.
I got to upgrade too since we talked. But yeah. So that all of that ethic came, and with that ethic, was able to get the close out, get our first drop out.
Yeah, Melancholy, Authentic, right?
Okay, so I'm trying to. It goes Melancholy Authentic presents.
Yeah,
and I just say that simply because that's what I would guess.
You're trying to make the brand.
LLC. Yeah, that's the brand. I got the web domain for that. I got
because you got some fit on right now.
Yeah, and then Melancholy Authentic makes Void Star.
Yeah, Void Star.
And then Melancholy Authentic also makes all the videos for Noir, which is me, but it's just that ulterior branding so that I don't have to brand everything Noir.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because that's my rap moniker.
Yeah, exactly. That makes sense.
So,
what made you get into that kind of stuff, like clothing? I mean, I know you're an artist and you do digital art.
That was Paul and I's very first conversation years ago when I had just gotten out of being locked up for probably the longest I had been at that time. And, it was just going back and forth. And fortunately, that was the last time I ever got locked up. And, the length of time there just made me, cool to, you know what I'm saying? I was like, yeah, I'm not, it wasn't hard. I'm fucking... It was jail, and I was there for too fucking long, and I was tired of it, and thankfully that was the last of it. But I got out, got a job, was holding down that job, and ran into this dude who had a Funk Cool Band T-shirt, and I was and I was looking for people to relate to because I had left every shit I had behind. I wasn't part of none of that no more. And
people that do that, man, make the biggest jumps in life when they leave their entire bad situations, man.
It's crazy because I was like, man, your T-shirt's cool. I love that band. We started talking, and he was like, yeah, I went to school for graphic design. And I was like, hey, I make terrible fucking designs on my phone. Terrible. And he was like, holy shit. So we really just started hanging out because of that. And then, he ended up being other than Ricky, my period, would day one die for a friend, because we've been through so much. But our main thing has always been, want to make clothes. I got him making the music and all that stuff, but he helped me be a better designer and all that. So we want to make the clothes, and it's just we got to executing it in the past year or so now. And it's just one of those things. I want the clothes because I want to wear. I make stuff different. I just want to wear what I want to wear.
No, for sure. So you do that. So that incorporates into the videos and all that stuff. So the styles all run.
Exactly. I got Void Star lines in my songs and all that stuff because I flex my own clothes.
Yeah, for sure.
What I'm saying? Try to just keep it all branded, 100%.
And so with the videos, I mean, dude, obviously you're showing off. I mean, you're using your phone, right? You still using your phone?
Yep.
Which is crazy. You're getting the shots that you're getting. And, dude, I really enjoy your photography work, too.
Appreciate it.
And, dude, you told me the coolest fucking thing when I was at the store the other day about how you just found out that your dad was a photographer.
How did I forget to bring the fucking... Oh, my God.
Oh, you didn't bring it?
I did.
Okay.
Oh, man.
That's okay.
Literally. So, the consolidated version of that... So my dad died when I was 14. Went through crazy stuff. My old man was a fugitive. All this stuff. We had SWAT kicking on our door when I was in 4th grade. All this stuff. But, we went through some stuff. My dad had one of the craziest ethics of anybody, and it's anybody to this day. I only knew him up to 8th grade year, and I still think about how hard my dad worked before his reputation got fucked up. Mm-hmm. And it's one of those things. His reputation getting messed up is what killed him. In short, we'll leave it at that. It's it was the decline. He was all the way at the top. He was respected, and it came down. And and it's one of those things. My dad was he was 54 when he died, And, you know, I was in 8th grade, so he had me later in life, but, you know, he had just, my old man had lived a crazy life, bro. If you're a fugitive for 25 years,
Yeah.
you know, I think about that a lot. I'm like, how the hell do you live with that, like, cunning? But, oh my God, I don't know how, he was a predominant figure in the community. Like, he was out and about. He was like a fucking NA World Chair member and shit. Like, people knew, when he died, the funeral was like some shit you see in movies.
Really?
Man. There was hundreds of people.
Wow, that's
it was overwhelming. But you know, through my dance pastimes, he you know, I guess got into photography, and I somehow didn't relate that until I got these photo albums as a blessing from one of my dad's oldest friends. He was like, "Hey, I found these. I think you would want them." I'm like, "Yes." I have none. I have no pictures of that. I have one little photo album I've had my whole time of just my family. And I got these, and he gives me like 10 fucking huge books of photographs. And it is, I cold chills again, it is alarming how much I am my father. I spent my whole life thinking I wasn't my dad. I was like, I'm not my dad. I'm not my this and that. I am literally my dad. Except my dad wasn't. He's not. He'd be like, "You're a rapper." Like, yeah, my dad wasn't.
What are you wearing all those trees on your shirt
well,
for?
he found Marilyn Manson on my iPod when I was in like 7th grade, and he like lost his shit. So,
oh my God.
Yep. So it was one of those deals, but He took all these photos and stuff, and I was just sitting there looking at them and like was astonished, because if you've seen any of my photos, like I shoot a lot of nature.
Yeah.
There's just nature spots is simple, but it's something that I like to captivate and try to captivate better than all the you know, the crazy. Everybody takes nature photos.
Oh, yeah.
I hate them all. But like, I got my dance style. That's what blows me away, because I get to these shots of Cincinnati and the bridge and wherever my dad went, and it is literally the exact. I have a photo that I was like, that's fucking scary. Like, that's the exact. I took the same exact shot. And the other thing that blew me away is
circles, baby, circles.
Is my dad would take random shots of people on the street, but he wouldn't do it street photography. He'd be like, "Hey, can you stand there and get a picture?" And he would just shoot. And so he's got all these photos of just
candid
regular
photos.
people, just people standing and it was like this real like voyeur moment, and it was like this moment that I was like, wow, like that's like my dad. He's
breaking that ice of what is like human interaction. Like, you know, it's like two strangers walk by each other.
Yeah, and my dad was
don't say everything.
He had that charisma, dude. I'm telling you, my dad was
would
one.
You
of
mind
them.
to get a photo?
Yeah,
okay.
Like, yep.
Oh, blah 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 blah. Talk about our experiences.
Yep. Out there in his motherfucking boaties, with his like gold chain and shit. My dad was Irish, but you would have thought he was an Italian mobster type shit. And it was crazy. It was crazy, bro. He had the aviator glasses that were prescription, and they were tinted to his literal beard color.
Oh,
but I'm
wow.
like, it's literally cohesive. I was like.
That sounds like a
how
bad
you got
Momo,
that much
man.
swag, bro?
You sure he wasn't a mob boss of some sort? That sounds too kick-ass to be real.
Dude, it's something that like I'm so blessed, because like it's like the legend of my dad at his best is you know, like worth telling. It just sucks because, you know, it's like if and I'm gonna save the podcast from it, but you know, it's like if you ever go look up what he got sent back for, and you read the story and stuff, it also reminds me a lot of me, because that's not who my dad was.
Yeah.
At that, you know what I'm saying? The story is like pretty heinous.
You know him. Other people know the story of him.
Well, nobody knew the story of him until it came out.
Yeah.
That's what really hurt the most was, you know, the news got a hold of the story, and you know, and it's all of a sudden you've got Delhi fugitive hidden in plain sight. And then they got this entire rap sheet. We got interviews from our neighbors that are over at our house at cookouts and shit. Like, I knew something was weird about it. Like, bitch, you was cooking potatoes on our grill.
Yeah,
shut the fuck up.
You brought over fucking cake, fool.
Yeah, I was like, no, shut up.
Yeah,
fuck
that
Jay.
pasta salad wasn't so fucking friendly, was it? That's cool, though, man, that, like, you've kind of unknowingly followed in the creative steps of your father without like you said, not having a full because you said he died at an early age
14,
for you.
first day, 8th grade
So
year.
So I mean, but it's a beautiful thing, man, to weirdly slowly find out because like what you're in your late 20s now, right?
29 now, just turned 29 like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. Yep. So and to find it now, like you have your own family, you've developed your own adult life, you had your own struggles, you've refound yourself, and then now you're finding yourself following your artistic footsteps of your dad, which you've been an artist for since you were
my dad was alive.
Because I remember you told me about you being in the metal bands and doing all that kind of shit.
Yeah, and like even before that, pretty much after my dad. When my dad was alive, he got me turntables. He got me CD turntables so I could scratch like Slipknot. Sid, like, my name was DJ Ill Ace. And I'm sure in a MySpace data archive somewhere there is some terrible videos.
They won't let you play that shit no more, bro. I tried to go back and find old like archive MySpace music, and they don't let you play that shit no more.
It's a shame, but he got me those.
Lost in a time capsule, man.
Yep. Oh, and actually, let me backtrack even further. My fault, because I'd be forgetting about stuff like this. My dad actually got me a guitar when I was like real little, and I of course had no prodigy. It was like one of those things that I had no clue how to play and all that stuff. And it was, of course, after he died that I did that exact thing that we were talking about when we walked in, and I learned how to just play and flow. And it was like all of a sudden now I'm playing along with Animosity, and I'm like, and going crazy. And it's like all this other stuff that I didn't, get to like pay homage to him for. But it dates back so far. I've been making music for forever, dude.
It's
forever.
It's amazing, man, to watch. The way. I mean, same, man. I mean, I've been playing music since I was 11, and I ended up not doing the music as a main thing anymore. But it led me to this. It led me to the podcast, led me to the movies, led me to the photography, the music videos, all that kind of stuff. And like on your so you go by Noir.
Yep.
So
people don't know how to pronounce it. I found out,
which is weird, man, because like film noir, crime noir, it's the same thing. There's just one more I.
Well, it's funny.
What do they say? Noir?
Pretty much. I put my song on a live review, or whatever, because I've been trying to have the patience to just like wait in line on a live review so it can get heard by random people. Because I just want to make sure, what I'm saying? I want to make sure that it hits people right, or that moment where it's like, I don't even need anybody to say anything. I just need to play it in a room and I'll know how it feels. Yeah. And I got on there finally, and they just butchered it. Like they had no idea what my name was. And it's okay, like it's totally okay. But I'm in the chat like with like N-O- like IIR, and like I'm just like, oh yeah, how can I? Never mind. I was like, so yeah, they pronounce it like noir or like whatever. I'm like, bro, noir. It's so easy.
It actually was just you sent your music to a live stream in a different country, so they just think it's a different word.
Man, send it in France. They know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. They would say that they'd be like noir.
They would say it right, but they'd say with a little bit of pizzazz.
But what's funny is nobody has. I'm not offended, but nobody has ever asked me what the asterisk that I put on. I spell my name with an asterisk on the end.
What is that? What is it?
And it's because I have to correct every single person on how to say the name.
Oh, that's why?
Well, when you're texting somebody and you misspell a text, and you'd be like, and you put the asterisk as a correct.
Shit, dude.
And it was like, and I'd be like,
I've been doing that shit all the time.
Correction, literally. So I literally have had that on there, and nobody's ever asked me about it, and everybody says the name wrong, and like it's just like one of those funny things that I'm like, it's actually asterisk noir.
Dude,
like,
that's fucking hilarious. I love that little hidden gem. It's literally a little hidden gem.
On ever since I dropped, because my old name, and it's gonna sound terrible saying it out loud. My old name was Drip Noir, and I was terrible. And because we were I was like trying to find my thing, and then
dude, my rap name was Scoob, bro. So I feel like
Somehow that's like better.
Scooby Doo, bro.
But like Scoob has more like, like relaxation to it, and it doesn't feel like it's trying as hard as Drip Noir. So hence why forever ago I dropped the Drip out of it. And started like really trying to shape the image and all of that and get it cohesive. But I think the main thing I've always tried to do is make sure that it's not sugar coated, man. I said that last time, but I have a more realization of how much I don't want to be compared to a lot of stuff like, Suicide Boys or anything like that, because it's just I don't make that stuff.
Well, listening to, because you have a very unique style that you do, and listening to more of your music, like I just listened to basically all the stuff you had on Spotify before you came in. I'm just like, man, it's
shit.
grimy.
That's part of the dead era.
That's old.
And it's dead, bro.
Last year.
That's before Ricky. That's before Ricky died.
Well,
bro.
and that's the thing
Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's cool, man. It's like its own thing, and I made that comparison on the last podcast just because that was the only reference mind I have. But it's cool to see, you create your own vibe, and like I said, no one else is really doing that shit unless it's like super underground, which, fucking the underground is the cool part of music culture. I mean, you find those gems that like, dude, bands that I listen to that I fucking love, I will never ever see perform unless I go to their state to watch them perform. You know what I mean? It's not that they're dead or they're broke up. No. It's just these couple dudes that live in this small town that make kick-ass music, and like 100 people listen to it a month, and they're some of my favorite bands. Yep. That's the find those niche little excellence in what you like, and dude, it's the perfect blend. And I feel like you're one of those guys. Like I had on Noel Beeler, and he was. You watched that one, I think. Yeah, I think you talked about it to me.
That literally connected us music. He listens to my music all the time.
Yeah, no.
Shout out to him.
You guys are like that perfect
musician.
little niche of that underground, like stylized rap. It's not poetic rap. Like you're like straightforward. No, it is.
No,
it is.
I'm fucking with you.
But it's not that like straightforward. It's not straightforward. It's got an artistic twist to it.
On one hand, like I try to use the time. It's one of those things. I feel like people who don't have the sauce have trouble saying shit like they have the sauce, and it's one of those things like I can't, I'm not trying to come out in public like, oh, I got the sauce, all that shit. I ain't even got teeth, bro. So it's like one of those things. But I know that there is a thing that people look over, or don't look at enough, or look at in the wrong way with rap, and it's that your cadence when you're speaking about whatever it is has to be appropriate. And people have some of the worst cadences I've ever heard in recent years. People's approach to rap, unfortunately a lot of white guys' approach to rap is some of my least favorite shit ever. I don't understand what people be trying to talk about. I don't understand.
No, it's real.
What their
point is.
Yeah, what the point of it is. The other thing is people speak on too much shit that's not true. And like I understand making music, just because you want to make a cool song and all that's all well and good, man. Like don't let me stop you. But like it's one of those things that I look at my music so honest, and I can 100% guarantee with this album that. It's one of those things like this album is going to be all on Spotify. It's all pushed. The amount of lyrics and work and honesty that I've tried to put into this thing really, really make me feel further removed from all this stuff that I hear.
Yeah.
And it's just one of those things. That cadence is one of the most important things. The way people speak on it, and it just.
And I think what you do. In a mix of like you took a culture of yours, which is metal, and the more grimier style of music with the making it dirty, making it distorted.
Absolutely,
you took that and then incorporated it into rap, which you've always probably been in the rap too, and you just used your poeticness of rap into a more stylized thing so that it could be yours. It's not corny white boy rap. It's
thank you.
It's noir.
It's
you.
It's melancholy trap.
Yeah.
So I can put it out there, and it's one of those things because I I've done the real cliche thing, and I have now been coining my own subgenre and hashtagging it and putting all my music inputted as melancholy trap.
Yeah.
Because I want people to have a clear separation from it, but I also want to give people, if they're willing to understand what it is that is melancholy trap, has nothing to do with sadness, has nothing to do with that. That's what kills me with people. They see melancholy, and I'm like, I know the definition is pensive sadness, often without reason.
Yeah.
I was like, but it's just not quite that to me. I have a ton of positivity in my songs, especially my newer shit. All my newer stuff has so much positivity and making it better, and so much more light stuff. But it all has this underlying sadness.
Yeah.
Like, all the things I talk about are in relation to having to get better because shit was fucked up.
Yeah.
And
that's beautiful,
and it's
man.
one of those things that I just want to just keep trying to separate from people as much as possible. Because I just don't want to be classed in that stuff. I don't want to be in the corny white guy rap. I don't want to be dark trap.
Yeah.
I don't want to be. I don't want to be
Trust
any
me,
of that
bro.
stuff.
I'm in that bunch. You're not
Yeah.
in the bunch
Yeah, I
of
mean,
corny
you
white
guys-
rappers. You should. I'm gonna show you some old Scoob. You're
Dude,
gonna
please.
laugh your ass
Please.
off, brother.
Please.
Oh my god,
Please
it's
do.
so funny.
Please do.
No, you're not that, man. You create your own thing, and that's what you want. You want
100%.
people to look at you like you're different. That's the main goal. Which, dude,
Climax.
your beats are fucking gnarly.
Shout
dude.
out my dog, Slender Man.
Slender, right? Yeah.
Oh my god.
So the bass is always kicking, and I love the fucking 80s style symphonic synth. Like,
He makes ambient trap.
Yeah.
That's what he calls it.
Yeah.
Literally, ambient trap.
it feels like if you mixed a movie with some fucking this new age trap with the really hard, like the blistering bass. You know, like it
Dude.
sticks like
boom, boom, boom. Literally.
not boom, 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 like old school
No,
hip hop.
it has
get that-
legs.
That leg, yeah.
Literally.
nice,
He
man.
his production definitely
And you've been working with him since you started. Doing, Yeah,
Dude,
that's awesome. How long has it been you've been rapping?
probably like 6 years. Well, writing rap 6 years. Been was like still doing metal stuff on and off. Just trying to make music till I had my own equipment, and so probably like 4 years. And I got my first beat from Slender. Yeah, like literally about 4 years ago. And it was one of those things. It was that moment. I swear to you, I couldn't even tell you. Like how I knew that he was going to be the producer that I would always chase, but we are here years later, and him and I have had
Multiple
our
projects.
communications and all that, and he has given me mixing tips to make my songs better and stuff that like I never would have been able to elevate without him. Fun fact, and it's one of those I cannot speak for him. Okay, I can't. Heaven forbid he ever saw this shit. But I would like to say you're welcome to the internet and anybody else who cares, because my dude Slender was on hiatus for a couple months getting his mind right, and I was like hitting him. I was like, bro, where you at? Like, I need beats. Like, I'm not even trying to be that guy. I was like, but fuck the beats. I was like, bro, you good? Like, what's up? And all that shit, because like he sent me money. Like, he has literally sent me money on my birthday. Like, just
Wow.
like
As a gift.
As a gift,
Yeah.
yeah. Like shout out to dude. He lives in New York, bro, and literally he emails me back like after a while, and he was like, bro, I'm good. Like, thank you for checking up on me. I feel like maybe I should get back to it. And I'm like, but fuck all that maybe. Like, get to it.
Yeah.
Bro, you're welcome, internet. Boy's been posting beats every fucking day. I
bang,
snagged
bang.
the first 10, bought them straight off rip, and we got our album.
That's what it is, man. And I feel that, man, because I'm that guy too, man. I try to like be the dude to like try to inspire, to be great,
Such a good
to
feeling.
like when you're down, like, hey man, why? Let's figure it out.
Literally.
And let's get back to it, man.
Gas station clerk psychologist. God damn.
Clerks 3's out.
It's like, oh my God. People be telling me that.
Oh, speaking of movies and like I said, Clerks 3, you got to experience something that no one else has. You literally witnessed us in the middle of filming our movie in town here.
Oh, dude. If I could have had a fucking foghorn They'll be like, oh, like they'll just fuck the shot up.
Middle of the night, we're driving around getting shots.
Dude, it's that weird ass moment. Like I don't even be looking out my window like that. Where I sit in my room, my window's like adjacent, like far from me, and I sat up, and it was like, how the fuck it happens like that? But like sat up, and then how I even knew, and I was like, dude, this is fucking cool. I had to text you ASAP.
You did, dude. I thought that was hilarious.
That's great.
But dude, that's you're the only person
cool.
like besides people that's like helped work on it or were like invited to the scenes.
I'm waiting for
you were there and witness. And dude, Alex, man, I've had a great time with you, man. It's been great. We actually went way over what we normally were originally doing.
I think we did it last time. But it feels like
we like to talk, bro.
It feels like it's so effortless. That's why I'm like,
it is, dude. I love getting you out and talking to you, man. I mean, fuck, I see you at the gas station now. We bullshit so much, anyways. You know, it's cool, man.
100%, bro. I appreciate you having me.
Appreciate the hell out of you, man. Seriously, I like your art. I like you as a person, man. You've built a lot of really, like, you've built yourself into a very, very respectful human being, man. It's cool to see where you've come from, man.
Seriously.
Appreciate the shit out of you, man. Yep. Until next time. Yeah, absolutely. This is Talking to You. Thanks for watching.